Yo, what is good, YouTube? It's your boy, the ZD Special, back with another special video for you guys. During this past week, all of the NBA All-Star starters were announced, so I decided in today's video I'm going to put them all on the same team and see how well they can all team up together in the same rotation. Before I get any further into the video, if you are watching this, please go and follow my Twitch channel. I'll leave a link in the description as well as a kind of a visual thing right here. Make sure you guys go follow that. I'll be streaming pretty much every other day, sometimes multiple days in a row. Still trying to figure all that out with the YouTube stuff. But yeah, please go make sure you guys follow my Twitch channel. I'd really appreciate it. So in this video, I'm going to do 2 seasons with this team. But here is the lineup for the 2026 All-Star starters. So starting with Shai Gilgeous, he's a 99. I did move some of the positions around, and you'll see why when I get to the rotations. But he's a 99 now as a shooting guard. And then we have, of course, the GOAT, Jokic at the center position. Giannis, Luka Doncic, Jaylen Brown, Victor Wembanyama, Stephen Curry, Cade Cunningham, Tyrese Maxey, and then Jalen Brunson at the end of the rotation. So you'll see here, I put all of the highest rated players in the starting lineup. So of course, Luka starting at the point guard, Shai at the shooting guard, Giannis playing small forward for the first time in nearly a decade, and then we have Wembanyama. I tried to get as close to bold Wemby as I could, but 2K hasn't put that in the game yet. And then of course Jokic at the center position. And then the bench is going to be Curry, Jaylen Brown, Cade Cunningham, Jalen Brunson, and then Tyrese Maxey. All the starters have the same minutes, as do the bench players. So without further ado, I'm going to start simming some games, and we're just going to see how dominant this team can be with all of the starters for this year's All-Star game. So later on, once we get to the playoffs, I definitely do want to try and jump in any games I can to see how this team actually looks on the floor. But I figured while I have the chance, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the first game of the season, regardless if it's a close game or not, just to see what this team looks like on the same court together. So we're going to go into this game against the Celtics. Up 6, 3:50 left. Let's go ahead and see what these guys got. All right, let's see it. So it looks like right now they have Brunson, Maxey, Luka, Curry, and Cade on the bench. So all 5 guards. But although the Celtics don't really have a tall lineup at this point either, they also don't have Jaylen Brown anymore. So it's going to look a little different for them as well. Let's see. Brunson over to Luka. He shoots a 3. Good defense by Derek White there. And Jordan Walsh taking it up. Maxey gets slammed on by Tatum. No injuries in this video. If you watched the last one, I attempted to go with injuries on in the first season or 2 of that one. Didn't go too well, so I turned him back off. But here goes Cade into the paint over Jordan Walsh. Gets the easy layup. We're still up 6 with 3 minutes left. I would be very shocked if this team somehow blows the game. But, you know, 2K, sometimes it likes to do its own thing. So let's go ahead and see. Tatum on Maxey. Pretty favorable matchup there. White over Luka. Splashes a 3, and we're only up 3 now. I would be shocked, like I said, if this team somehow lost. Especially the first game of the season. But they're going to call timeout here. And here is semi-bald Wemby back on the court. Giannis shoots a 3. And that's a clear miss. Okay. Luka guarding Tatum. Didn't work out too well in the 2024 finals. Probably isn't going to work out well now. And now Wemby is switched on. Oh, and Keita with the dunk. It looks like all the starters are back on the court. Of course, we have Jokic, Giannis, and Wemby back on the court. And Shai. Luka shoots a 3. That's a miss. Giannis at the board. Kicks it to Jokic. Over to Luka. He misses another shot. But Wemby with the board. And Tatum cannot hold him. That's an easy and one for Wemby right there. He's going to go to the line and try to extend this lead to at least 4 points. Let's see if he can do it. And he hits it. All right, here we go. Tatum back up the court. Wemby guarding him. And he's going to get around him. Wemby fouls. He's got 2. Tatum at the line. Number 1 is good. And number 2 is also good. Sixers are up 2. Or I should say the All-Stars. I just use the Sixers roster because when you're creating rosters, it's like the first one that pops up on the screen. So just figured it made a little sense. And Luka, after missing his first like 8 shots, makes an and-one over Pritchard. This is a super high scoring game. Definitely like the All-Star game. Pretty much no defense being played here by either team. But Luka's going to have a chance to take this to 5, and he does. 5-point lead for the All-Stars. Let's go ahead and see if the Celtics have a comeback in them. All right, Tatum getting pretty aggressive on Wemby. Another pick and roll with Keita. And Tatum shoots a three. It's a fade. Keita crashes the glass, and it's only a 3-point lead. I was definitely not expecting this to be a close game by any means, but here we are. Luka up the court against Pritchard. Should be a pretty easy layup here. He gets it up and in. And still at 5. Okay. I would think this team would probably have like 150 points by now, but, 132 will do it, I guess, since we're winning. And, okay, Tatum might get another lob here. Nope, Tatum over Wemby in the post. I have a feeling, and he fouls him. Okay, I was not expecting that one. All right, first free throw is good. The second free throw is good. All right, the All-Stars back on offense. I don't even think I've seen Shea touch the ball yet. Lucas has been kind of dominating that. And he's going to get right into the paint. Kicks it out to Wemby. That's a 3. He misses. Jokic can't get the board. It's Tatum up the court. Giannis guarding him in transition. Can Giannis get a stop? He blocks Tatum. And Giannis gets the board. He's going to take it all the way coast to coast with a slam. Up 5 again. One more stop and this game's probably over for the All-Stars. After this one, I'm just going to start simming through the season, and we will find out how they finish for the regular season. I'd be really shocked if this team doesn't win at least like 70 games. They might even be able to set the win record as Wemby gets a steal. He might try and take this one coast to coast. Nope, it goes over to Luka. He's going to try and take it in. Layup is good, and this game is probably over. They're up 7. I guess we could see if the Celtics have like a crazy 3 in them. But I'm going to guess probably not, especially with Tatum being guarded by Wemby in isolation. Let's see. Oh, he kind of broke Wemby there. Shoots a mid-range, and it's off. And, yeah, they're not even going to foul, so this one's over. Sixers win this pretty handily down the stretch. But, yeah, I just wanted to kind of see what this team looks like in the game versus just simcasting everyone. So I'll get back into simming right now. And let's take a look at the box score from that game. Tatum had 34. Simons had 20. Keita had 19 and 11. Dang. Let's see, Cade Cunningham actually led the team in scoring. He had 23. Shea had 20. So pretty even across the board, except for the guys at the end of the bench. They all had less than 10 points. Jokic had 14.7 boards, 15 assists. I did jack his pass tendency up to 99 and lowered his shot tendency a little bit, because I feel like if anyone for this team, he should be facilitating most of the offense. So we might see some crazy assist numbers from him. Maybe even an assist record. I'm not sure how that will go. But let's start simming some games here. I'm just going to go to the trade deadline. Obviously, we're not going to be trading any of these players off the team. But let's see how many games it takes for them to lose. They lose to the Nets. Hold on. What was the box score of this game? So MPJ has a 26-9-5 game. Is that Zaire Williams? Yeah, he had 23. Terrence Mann had 21. Clowney with 18. Yeah, this team is not playing any defense, which is kind of surprising, considering it's not actually the All-Star game and these players have like their real, stats. But also looking at the roster, like we don't have a bunch of marquee defenders. Like obviously Giannis, Wemby. You can make an argument for Jaylen Brown, but then after that, it's really like no defense on this team at all. So I guess it's understandable. What did our guys do? So yeah, Giannis had 21 and 12. Maxey had 20. Jokic had 17 and 7. Wemby had 4 blocks, 13 and 7. But yeah, everyone's scoring a lot of points, or at least like it's getting distributed pretty evenly. But we just gotta play some dang defense on this team. Okay, let's just keep simming, see how they do. Okay, wow, we just put up. Okay, we lose to the Celtics, of course. Okay. Well, we scored 152 points on the Pistons. Luka was 29, 9, and 13. Giannis 21, 8 and 6. Jokic 19, 7 and 7. And yeah, like 60-point win. You don't see that very often. That was our highest scoring game of the season. We've already had 4 games with more than 150 points. So I don't think there's ever been an NBA team that's done that. But if it was going to be any team, it's this one. I'm just going to go ahead and sim to like the All-Star break and see what this team's record is. And then we'll go through stats and then get into the playoffs. All right, so here at the All-Star break, the team is 47-7. And as you'd expect, the number 1 team in the NBA. We're averaging almost 140 points per game, allowing 116. and a 21.4 point differential. So Wemby's averaging the most points. He has 16 with 9 boards, 2.5 blocks. Giannis with 16 points, 8.4 rebounds. Yeah, so pretty evenly spread as I would expect with an all-star-like rotation. But the fact that we're scoring 140 points is crazy. Let's see how many of these guys actually made the all-star game this season. All right, so since we're in the East, obviously, we'll go ahead and take a look there. So Jokic makes it, Giannis makes it, Luka makes it, and Wemby and Shea make it. So only 5 of the 10 actually made the all-star game. Granted, everyone had lower stats, so it makes more sense that way. And then, just curious, let's see if any of them are in the lead. Okay, so we have 3 guys in the MVP race with Jokic, Wemby, and Giannis. 3rd, 4th, and 5th in the rankings there. So let's go ahead and get into the playoffs and see who we play in the first round. All right, so the first season has ended. We finished with a 69-13 record. Honestly, shocked they couldn't even win 70 games. But Jokic still wins the MVP despite a pretty pedestrian stat line for him with 16 points, 8 boards, and 9 assists on 60% shooting, 45 from 3, 81 from the line. Pretty realistic to what he's averaging in real life. Let's see. Did anyone? Wemby might win. Yep, he won Defensive Player of the Year. Wemby averages 16, 9, 1.1 steals, 2.5 blocks. And any other awards for us? No, of course, Coach of the Year makes sense. All NBA teams, let's see. Jokic makes first team, of course, is the MVP. Second team, nobody there. Nobody on third team. So he's the only guy that made the All NBA team. That's kind of crazy. But like I said earlier, everyone's stats are way down on this team. So not expecting too many awards, but definitely expecting them to win both championships. I'd be surprised if they don't. Wemby gets all defensive first team, and Giannis gets all defensive second team. So they ended up averaging 138 points per game, only allowing 118, so just about a 20-point differential. Pretty crazy stuff there. Let's take a look at the final stats for everybody here. So, let's see. Shea led the team in scoring with 16.3, Luka another 16, Jokic 16, Giannis 16, Wemby 16, Maxey had 12. Curry only averaged 12. Jaylen Brown averaged almost 11 and a half. Cade averaged 11 and a half, and then Brunson averaged just over 11 points. So like I said, pretty much everyone averaging pretty solid numbers for the team. Everyone averaged over 10 points too, which is nice. It's going to be the Raptors. Okay, so we'll go ahead and sim past this. There's no way they beat this team, right? Okay, we win that one in 5. Let's see, round 2, we beat the Pacers. Round 3 of the conference finals, the Knicks with no Brunson. Let's see if they actually take game 1. We take game 2 and game 3. They take game 4. Oh, okay, wow. I accidentally simmed through the round, but we made the finals, so that's good. We're playing the Rockets. We didn't take any All-Stars from them, of course, Durant or Şengün. Neither of them were voted as starters, so they have all their guys. Jokic averaged only 13, 7, and 9 and won conference finals MVP. Well, let's go ahead and see if we can maybe get a close game in this one. We take game 1. They take game 2. We take game 3 and game 4. Let's go ahead and simcast game 5 and see if we can jump in here against the Western Conference champion Rockets. And, okay, maybe not. This one's going to end in a blowout. Sure, let's go ahead and jump in. Honestly, hey, I'm going to jump in myself and play. I only get so many opportunities to play with 10 All-Stars on the same team. So let's go ahead and jump in and see what I can do with this team with a minute and a half to go. All right, see. We got Wemby on the court here. I'm going to post up Şengün. Trying to hit a post fade here. Actually, no, he has like a crazy go-to shot I'm going to try and hit. Let's see. Oh, my gosh. Shoots it. Oh, okay. That didn't go too well. Brunson is still on the court. He's guarding Van Vliet. And Amin Thompson shoots a 3. That one's off. Let's see. Where's Curry at? I know I saw Curry on the team. Okay. Screw it. Missed it.
Let it ride!
Okay. Let me hit one shot, maybe? Let's see. Şengün for 3. That's a great closeout from Maxey. He still drills it, though. Okay, come on. Come on. I know I can hit a deep one with Curry. Let's see. Can I get an ankle breaker on Durant? He's just gonna... Oh. What is that slow shot? Oh my gosh. Okay. Can we strip Durant? Nope. That's easy layup. All right, let's see if I can score one basket with this team. Okay, I'm going to give it one more try with Curry. And Durant steals. Okay, yeah, not looking too good. If I would have jumped in earlier, we might have actually lost this game. Van Fleet hits a 3. And, okay, there's not enough time for them to actually come back, so that's good. All right, Luka, your turn. Let's see what Luka can do here against Amin Thompson. Of course, they have, like, a really great defensive team. There's one. Come on, Luka. Come on. Maxey for 3. There we go. Finally hit a shot. Okay, with 16 seconds to spare. I'm going to foul and see if I can get another shot up. Oh, foul. Okay. All right, I got to foul one more time to get them on the line. Foul. What are we doing? Foul him. Jesus. All right, I'm bringing the starters in, too. No one wants to see the bench here. We all know we want to see Wemby. We want to see Jokic, Luka, all those guys. Let's see. Durant makes both. Okay, I got 8 seconds to hit a shot here. Did I call timeout? No, we're going to throw it. All right, Luka, come on, cook. You got Shepard on you. And Jokic with a putback to seal the game. Let's go. And we got Jokic raising the trophy, of course, with Luka, the Balkan boys. Jared McCain's still on the team. I didn't take him off the roster. Let's see who wins Finals MVP here. I'm going to guess Jokic. Maybe? Maybe not? Nope. It's Jokic. Of course. Who else would it be? I might be a little biased. Maybe not. But yeah, nevertheless, Jokic takes home the Finals MVP in this series. All right, and Jokic's averages for the series were 19, 7, and 10. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this second season and see if the 2026 All-Stars can run it back for another title. And since we're on the topic, I figured I would go ahead and put together my projected reserves for the West and East. I'm not entirely sure how the new format works this year, but I know it's World versus USA. So the starters for World are pretty much, what is it? Luka, SGA, Giannis, Wemby, and Jokic. And then the USA starters then would be Curry, Cade, Brown, Brunson, and Maxey. I've already seen a whole bunch of memes on Twitter. The USA team has really no chance against that team. But here are my picks for the reserves. So in the West, I honestly thought that Ant was snubbed for Curry, considering how good the Timberwolves have been this season. And his percentages are better across the board, except free throws, of course. You know, Curry's the best free throw shooter ever. But then in the West, Kevin Durant, Denny Avdia, Jamal Murray. If he is not an all-star this year, I don't know what else this man has to do. He's been snubbed at least a couple times over his, career. He's been in the NBA now since, I think he was drafted in 2016. He obviously does not have any all-star appearances yet, but he's a shoo-in, I think, this year. Devin Booker, Kawhi, and then Julius Randle rounding out the West reserves. And then I also have Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Johnson, Jalen Duren, MPJ, Norman Powell, Karl-Anthony Towns, and Scotty Barnes making it for the East reserves. Let me know if you guys think I snubbed anybody from this list, but let's get back into the video. All right, here we go with Season 2. I'm just going to kind of sim through, this whole season. We'll see how many games they lose. Again, this team needs to win 70 games at least once, right? But I guess we'll see this season. I kind of just wanted to talk about the NBA season so far and kind of who I think is going to end up in the finals this year. So, obviously you can tell I'm a big Jokic fan, Nuggets fan, but my original favorite team was actually the Houston Rockets. I started watching the NBA during the 2012-13 season, and this is the story I always tell everyone is Wemby wins the NBA Cup MVP. I was watching, I think it was either game 3 or 4 of the Rockets Thunder first round that season, and for whatever reason, I just became so attached to Harden. I really liked the way he played, contrary to popular opinion on that. But yeah, I've been a Rockets fan / Harden fan ever since I started watching the NBA. But more recently, I'd say in the last 7 years, I started to like Jokic a lot too. So those are probably my two favorite current players. As the team is 40-6. But my picks to make the NBA Finals this year, bias aside, I really don't see anyone beating the Thunder in the West. If any team is going to, it's probably going to be the Nuggets or the Spurs. They've had a pretty crazy resurgence this season. We're not going to make any trades, obviously. But I don't think anyone expected the Spurs to be so ready so early in the Wemby era, but they've been absolutely crazy this year. I think as of right now they're like 31-10. They're on like a 60 win pace, but those would be the two other teams in the West I would pick. But in the East, if then this is a big asterisk. If Tatum ends up coming back this season, I really think that the Celtics are going to make it out of the East. While I do think the Pistons have been really solid this year with Duren and Cade, both probably going to be all-stars, I don't see anyone beating the Celtics with a fully healthy team, especially with how good Pritchard has been this season. Jordan Walsh has been a low-key solid guy off the bench, guards pretty much every team's best player. Derek White has been phenomenal defensively. His shooting splits are way down this year, but I don't think that's going to matter come playoff time. Like, that doesn't generally have too big of an effect. But, yeah, I definitely think for the finals, it's going to end up being the Thunder and the Celtics. And in that series, if both teams are healthy, I would probably still take the Thunder. Of course, at the beginning of this season, everyone was talking about them winning like 74 or 75 games, but then the Spurs kind of shut that down pretty quickly, winning 3 in a row on them earlier in this season. But yeah, those are my picks for the finals. I guess participants. The Thunder coming out of the West, Celtics coming out of the East, and the Thunder winning it all. If you guys have any different opinions on that, let me know in the comments. But yeah, let's go ahead and finish this season out, as the team has a chance to win 60 games. And funnily enough, we are playing the Celtics right now, who just have Tatum. And let's see what we do against them. And they lose. So we're more than likely going to finish with the exact same record as we did the first season, unless the Grizzlies have a game. Nope. We win, and we go 68-14. Ant is the MVP. Do we get anyone for defensive player? Probably Wemby. Yep, he averaged 1.2 steals, 2.3 blocks. And that's all for the awards, of course. Coach of the Year. Any All-NBA guys for us? Jokic is the only one that makes it on the third team. And then probably either Giannis, Wemby on the first team defensive. Yeah, Wemby, of course, is there. Did Giannis make it? He did not. So, yeah, not a lot of awards for us this year. But let's go ahead and take a look at the player stats for this past season. All right, so this season, Luka led the team in scoring with 17 a game. Wemby averaged just shy of that. SGA, he averaged 16.6. Jokic averaged 16, 8, and 9. Giannis averaged 15 and 8 and 4.5. I also just noticed that this roster I'm using has Giannis at 6'9". So I probably should have looked at the heights before I started this one. They also have Curry at 6'4". Okay, I don't think... Anyways, Brunson averages 10, Cade averages 11, then Curry and Maxey and Brown all average almost 11 points a game. Also wanted to take a look at who actually made the All-Star game in this season before I got too ahead of myself. So Jokic makes it again. Luka, Giannis, Victor Wembanyama, and then Shea. That might have been the same exact 5 that made it last season as well. But I really wanted to look at the schedule for this season. I just wanted to see if we missed any like crazy like 180 point games. I know there's a way to find it. I'll get back to you guys when I do. Okay, maybe I'm dumb because I can't find that here in the menu, but I did find this that I can just kind of scroll through the games. So I'm looking for anything that's like over 170. Because I'm sure 166 versus the Nets, and Curry had 41. What other? 159 against the Lakers. Let's see, 172 against the Jazz. That makes a lot of sense. And 165 on the T-Wolves. And, of course, they still have Ant. He had 48. Let's see. 159 against the Cavs. These two games we've lost against the Knicks and Rockets. 167 on the Hawks. Let's see what our highest scoring game was. I think 171 was the highest I've seen so far. Anything higher than that? Nope. Looks like that was the highest, unless I missed one. Let me just go back through and see. Oh, 172 against the Jazz. Yeah, it's still crazy, though. All right, and here were the team stats for this season. So we ended up averaging just a little under what we did last season with 138. Allowed just under 120 points per game with an 18-point differential. All right, and here in the playoffs, we'll be playing the Cavs in the first round. Didn't take anyone from them, so they have their full team, unless they made any trades during this offseason. It's going to go game by game. We take game 1, game 2, game 3, and game 4. That's a sweep in the first round for us. And we get to play the Magic in the second round. We win game 1, win game 2, and game 3, And Game 4, another sweep. And we're playing the Knicks once again in the conference finals. We take Game 1, number 2, number 3, and we almost swept all the way through the East. And we might lose this. And it's a Game 7? What in the world? Okay, well, I guess we're going to simcast this one and see if this team somehow loses to the Knicks. And I'm not messing with the rotation, so it's going to stay 28 minutes for the starters, 20 for the bench guys. And, okay. Dang, they were trying to make that a series for a second, but we ended up winning, and we're in the finals against the Mavericks, who have, of course, Kyrie back from injury. And Jokic averaged 9.6, 9.1 boards, and 9.3 assists, and still somehow won Conference Finals MVP. That's kind of nuts. On terrible shooting percentages, too. But let's see how we do against the Mavericks here. Oh! Okay, wow, I just almost sent through the entire thing, but we're up 3-2. Let's go ahead and jump into Game 6 and see if they can extend this series or if we're just going to end it. And, okay, this one's looking pretty bad. I'm going to jump in with like 3 minutes left and just see if I can do any better with them than I did in the last jump in I had. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get into this one and beat the Mavericks to win the finals. All right, so I've got 3 minutes to try and wreak some havoc with this team. So we have Luka on the court. It looks like, okay, so all guards once again. We got Kyrie in isolation. Let's see if I can get past him here. And nice layup, Luka. Okay. Let's see. Maxey on PJ Washington. Might be able to get a steal here. He had like 8 steals the other night. That was pretty crazy. Cade's guarding Gafford. He's the center right now. Flag over Curry. He misses a fade. Let's see if Curry can hit a deep shot here. I really want to try and hit like a limitless range 3. Okay, come on. Ah, dang it. Okay. And we get blocked. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I promise I'm not trash at this game. Alright, and they're going to help me out a little bit. They're bringing the starters back onto the court. So, let's see. Giannis on flag. We got SGA on Max Christie. Luka guarding his former teammate Kyrie. And get blocked by... I think that was Jokic that got that block. I'm going to say it was, even if it wasn't. Okay. Can we get to the basket? Dude, what is wrong with Luka? Can you not do anything athletic anymore? Let's see. Kyrie for mid-range. He hits it. Still have not scored a single basket. Let's go to the Old Faithful here. If I can get a post-up bucket with Jokic here, then I'm going to be kind of embarrassed. Alright. Nope. We're going to swing it to SGA. He's going to shoot that. That's a 3. Wide open. Can't help off Jokic, that's for sure. Oh, no steal there. Okay. Kyrie's going to pull up. Drains it. We got a minute 30 left. Come on, Luka. Yeah, Jokic. Sorry, getting my Balkan boys mixed up. Okay. Slow on stamina. Okay, let's get into the post here. SGA for 3. Misses. Oh my gosh. All right, come on. We cannot guard a single person on this team. Kyrie's going to blow probably right past Luka here. And flag for 3. Misses it. Jokic the board. That's definitely not Jokic. That's definitely Giannis. All right, Wemby. Bro, can they stop trying so hard? It's over. Our ball, right? Yes. All right, we probably got a couple more shots. Why are they bringing Johnny Broom onto the court? 1 second. All right, I got the starters back in. That was funny. Let's see what we can do. Wemby, give me a pick. I'm going to hit you on this pop. And, okay, we can't even get an open shot. Come on. All right, Jokic. One last chance. Come on. Fade. Jokic, come on. You're making me look bad. Get a steal. Push him out of bounds. Do something. Good steal. Come on. Come on, let's dunk on somebody. Come on, Giannis. Oh, that's not... That should have been green. Come on. All right, we're going to the line with Giannis. Hit the first one. And the second one is a brick. Yeah, Wemby with the board, though. Get to Jokic. Come on. Hit that. Come on, Jokic. That's just steal. Okay. Wait, we got to foul again. I want to try and get one more shot. Come on. Foul, 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 foul. Right away. Foul right away. Foul right away. Foul right away. Not you, Jokic, you dummy. Okay, yeah, that didn't go as I planned. But of course, this team wins another finals. And let's go ahead and see who the finals MVP for this series was. I feel like whenever whoever the first player holding the trophy is usually is the finals MVP. They don't really like change the animations at all. Um, let's see. My money's on Jokic. And he wins another one, back-to-back finals MVPs for the Joker to close this video out. And of course, Jokic's finals MVP, like we just saw, he averaged 13, 7.5 rebounds, 7.5 assists, and then 1.2 steals and blocks each, with 15% shooting from three. Real Westbrook numbers right there. All right, these were the playoff stats for the guys this season. Luka averaged 17 and 8. SGA averaged 17.7. Wemby was 16, 9, and 2.6 blocks. Giannis averaged 15 and 7. Jokic averaged a near triple-double like he always does. Cade averaged 11. Maxey 11. Jaylen Brown almost 11. Brunson and Curry averaged the same with 10.3 each per game. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this much shorter video. I did take a gander at the video length of my first few videos and noticed that almost all of them were like over an hour. So I wanted to put out something just a little bit shorter because, you know, people get bored. So we'll see how this video does. But if you guys enjoyed, make sure you subscribe, leave a like on the video, and comment on what you guys want to see next. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.